Hey, what's up guys? It's Scares here. Now our first story for today comes from MrBeast. So for those of you who don't know, MrBeast has recently been in a lot of drama over his chocolate bar known as Feastables. Now you might have bought Feastables before, you might have heard about it before, but it's a huge brand from MrBeast. It's in a lot of stores now, you've probably seen it. But last week, MrBeast had noticed that a lot of these Feastables displays in stores were very messy. And MrBeast was very upset over this. He tweeted out saying, "I need your help. Next time you see Feastables in Walmart and soon to be new retailers, if you could clean up the presentation and make it look better, that'd make me very happy. I'm building a team to do this routinely. I just need the help in the short term." So it sounded like MrBeast was trying to be nice about this whole thing here, but this made a ton of backlash. Like MrBeast was really getting canceled for this because people feel like he should not be telling other people to do work for him and to help clean up a display when it's not their job. But since MrBeast has been getting a lot of backlash over this, there are also a lot of people defending him now, saying that what he's doing is actually completely okay and that he's just trying to get people to help him out with these displays here until he can figure something out himself. So there obviously are two different sides to the story, but there are a lot of people that are defending him, especially on YouTube right now. And even though there are some bad actors who are trying to mess up his display at stores now, there also are a lot of people who are just trying to help him out and clean up his displays and tidy them up for him. He says, "To show how grateful I am to everyone that helped tidy things up, I'm going to donate $100,000 to charity. What charity should I donate to? I appreciate you all." So even though it sounds like MrBeast is trying to continuously do good deeds here, people are still getting upset with him for doing these good deeds. In one of MrBeast's recent philanthropy videos, he gave 20,000 kids in South Africa their first pair of shoes, okay? This was a huge video for him and he was very happy about it, but people still got very upset with him. And it looks like MrBeast is just constantly getting canceled again and again every time he tries to do something helpful because people think he has some other motive when he's doing these things. The YouTuber Critical tweeted out saying, "MrBeast helped more people. Luckily, the intellectual saints on Twitter are here to explain why good things are actually evil and nothing positive is real." Now our next story for today comes from the huge creator known as Amouranth. So I'm sure you all know who Amouranth is. She's very big on YouTube and Twitch. Well, Amouranth has been constantly getting harassed by one of her stalkers, and this person has moved continents just to be able to see Amouranth where she lives, okay? Keep in mind that this person has been detained by police before for trying to get to Amouranth, and he's been trying to like record her. I mean, this guy really wants to see Amouranth, and she cannot get him away from her. She tweeted this out last week. She says, "While I was on the boxing press conference on Monday, my team notified me that my stalker from last year, the one from Estonia, was back and was trying to break in again. He started by trying to sneak in behind one of my house staff, but had the door shut on his face. He then left, only to return 4 hours later and tried to get in again. He failed, so then he paced back and forth at my front door for 20 minutes before leaving a package and a key. I have no idea what for. The police were notified since restraining and trespass warrants have been breached." She says, "Usually it's a we have to wait and see what else he does, even though he has literally already broken the law given his coming back to my premises after a criminal trespass was issued when he was detained the first time. And over the last week, it looks like he has still come back again and again." She tweeted out yesterday saying, "He came back a few more times, but we finally got the cops here and they chased him around a little. He tried to power walk inconspicuously away before putting him in the back of a squad car and driving off. I don't know how long they will hold him for this time. It only took him coming 5 times that I know of in a week with a criminal trespass warning before they elected to arrest him versus driving him to the edge of town." And this is probably one of the scariest things we've ever seen when it comes to a creator and them having people harass them. But as of right now, there are a ton of creators that are supporting Amouranth. They just can't believe that she is getting harassed so badly here. And our next story for today comes from a YouTuber known as Shampy. Now, Shampy is an up-and-coming YouTuber, and he recently released a video that went viral. This video was on the YouTuber Corpse Husband. Now, for those of you who don't remember Corpse, he was a massive YouTuber, and he didn't show his face. He didn't really talk too much about himself. Well, Corpse Husband has left YouTube for a very long time, okay? It's been a long time since we've heard anything from Corpse, and Shampy made a video called "Why Corpse Abandoned His Audience." And this video went completely viral. It made over 2 million views, but the issue here is that towards the end of the video, Shampy accidentally showed Corpse's actual personal information. Shampy responded saying, "I'm devastated that after my video with 2 million views got mass reported by Corpse stands, YouTube deleted the video for harassment and bullying. It could have changed my life. Please let me appeal the takedown and please signal boost this." So even though Shampy got upset with this, I guess he realized his mistake and he responded saying, "I understand we made a grave mistake. I fucked fucked up massively when I overlooked notifying my editor that this should have been censored or blurred it myself in the YouTube studio. I'm a complete fool for what I've done, and I understand if you're unwilling to forgive me. He says, I'm not justifying my actions as there's no justification for them. I just want to explain myself and most importantly, express that this wasn't done maliciously or intentionally. I'm sorry to those I let down and I'm sorry to Corpse himself. I did you wrong. So this was clearly a pretty messed up situation. I mean, Corpse's information got out there to a lot of people, and that's why you have a lot of creators who are upset with this YouTuber right now. And our next story for today is very short, but it's also very interesting. So this comes from Linus Tech Tips. He recently revealed on his podcast that they were offered $100 million for his company to be bought out. That's right, Linus Media Group was going to be bought out for over $100 million. It sounded like it was going to be 9 figures. Just listen to this.
Okay, last one for this section is from Anthony. Linus, what is your biggest regret as far as decisions you've made for LMG? These are spicy.
My goodness. Biggest regret? Not
taking the offer.
No. No, I don't regret that actually.
I
worried I would. Did I ever say how much the offer was?
No.
Oh. Well, it wasn't 6 figures. And it wasn't 7. And it sure as hell wasn't 5 or under.
Yeah. There's a lot.
It wasn't 8 either. So that should give you some idea.
Yeah.
I have not regretted it for a moment.
And let's get on to the next story for today. This one comes from the massive creator Jake Paul. So you guys know that last week, Jake Paul lost to Tommy Fury. And this was a devastating loss for Jake Paul. It's the first time we've actually seen him lose a boxing match. It seemed like he was unstoppable before, but Tommy Fury was able to win here by split decision. Well, ever since that happened, there's been people poking fun at Jake. Even Tommy's brother Tyson Fury has called out both Logan and Jake Paul on his own social media. Just listen to this.
Logan Paul, you little bitch. It seems that my little brother beat your little brother. And now you're both a pair of losers. All the Paul family suck.
But a big situation happened with Jake just a couple days ago. It looks like Jake was actually spotted around Floyd Mayweather's crew out in public. And obviously, I'm sure many of you know, Floyd and Jake have a huge beef. They both hate each other. Floyd fought his brother. Well, it looks like Floyd was with his whole crew here because he had a ton of people around him and they were all pretty upset with Jake. And Jake immediately just runs because he's scared of the whole situation. And clearly Jake wanted to remove himself before anything happened. Just watch this.
What happened? You're not tough anymore since your loss? What happened since your loss? Yo, we gonna bust him up, guys?
I told you before, put that
Yo, let's bust him up. Where you running, Jake? Where you going since your fight? Since you lost? What's up, Jake? Where you going, Jake? Oh, he's running! He's running! Look at him! Jake Paul running, champ. Why is he running?
So obviously violence is never the answer, but also keep in mind there was like 20 to 30 guys all crowding Jake there, and a lot of people actually defended Jake in this situation. They said that Jake probably made a good decision to run away from that and to get himself away from a possible altercation there because like he could not have done anything in that situation, and violence is wrong in the first place, but at the same time it's like Jake just did not want to be there. And our next story for today comes from the famous actress. You might know her from the series Stranger Things. Her name is Grace Van Dien. She actually streams on Twitch as well, and recently she revealed on her stream that she's now going to focus on Twitch streaming instead of acting because her producer asked her for explicit favors.
Turning down acting projects and deciding to stream more, but the fact of the matter is the last few projects I've worked on, I didn't have the best experiences. One of the last movies I did, one of the producers asked me to, he hired a girl that he was sleeping with, and then he had her ask me to have a threesome with them. So that's my boss.
So this producer that she's talking about comes from one of her past movies. And people are now asking, is there going to be an investigation surrounding this? Because obviously this could be illegal. I mean, it's incredibly wrong too. So people don't know exactly what's happening here. Are people going to look into this? And this has caused complete outrage over the internet right now, with people calling on this producer to be held accountable for his actions. So the next big topic that we're going to talk about has to do with Skillshare. So I'm sure many of you have heard of Skillshare before. It's a very well-known sponsorship that's been promoted on YouTube. There's a lot of YouTubers that talk about this sponsor in their videos. And well, they've been getting a lot of backlash from a channel known as Logically Answered. They uploaded a video called YouTubers Sold Out to Skillshare, The Truth. And this video is blown up. It has over 1 million views in less than a week. There are tons of people talking about this, and many people found this video to be very insightful. In the video, they talk about how Skillshare is not even as good as free platforms like YouTube and getting things like courses and other things that they have on their own platform that costs money every month. They also showed negative reviews from people who use Skillshare. They show here that creators don't even actually get paid a lot from their courses on Skillshare compared to other platforms, and it just made them look really bad. And this video has been getting a ton of support over the past week. There are a lot of viewers that agree with this and they feel like these YouTubers did something wrong here, but there also are creators that disagree with this video and they feel like Skillshare is not that bad. The creator Barely Sociable, these guys have over 1 million subscribers and they make really big videos. They tweet out saying, "It makes me sad to see this hit piece on Skillshare. I've never promoted them, but I have used various courses from there to expand my editing knowledge." They say the site doesn't have everything, that's true, and the site isn't perfect, but calling a $14 a month digital learning platform a scam is disingenuous. That's the same cost as like 2 drinks at Starbucks. Sure, YouTube has a lot of free stuff and I think it's the best out there, but most people who teach on YouTube don't actually do the thing they teach professionally. Picking and choosing 479 negative 1 to 2 star Trustpilot reviews out of 1,412 is a disingenuous way to frame an entire company. You don't go to Trustpilot unless you're pissed off. Yet despite this, 63% are 4 to 5 star reviews. On a final note, I'm all for cleaning up scams on the platform. I just think the framing on this video is a bit narrow. And I agree that sometimes it's difficult for YouTubers to voice their concerns about companies without alienating others. So there's definitely a lot of mixed opinions about this well-known sponsorship, Skillshare. And our next story for today comes from Dr. Disrespect. So I'm sure you all know that Doc has been trying to come out with his new game called Midnight Society. This game is going to be released in the future, and it looked like it was going to be a really good game. I mean, Doc has worked for Call of Duty before, and he's obviously trying to put all of his effort into this. But the issue here is that it looks like this game is heavily linked to NFTs and digital collectibles. He says, imagine trying to extract with an item you discovered worth $100,000 on the blockchain. Think about the entertainment value as a viewer, let alone player. A new PvP experience is upon us. The concept of digital collectibles in an online game is exciting to me, especially an extraction type of game. People saying scam are just brain dead headline followers, the same people that spend a ton on skins for an annual release game. One person responded saying, I don't understand the value of having a digital item being stored client side on the blockchain versus an item being stored on the server side like CSGO skins. Do you think you could elaborate on why the value of the blockchain items exceeds traditional means? And Doc responds back saying, multiple game platform functionality. Imagine having a digital collectible that has functionality in a completely different game that comes out 7 years later. So Doc really believes in this. He's kind of masterminding his whole game around these digital collectibles and NFTs, and people aren't sure what to think about this. I mean, you can tell his tweets are getting a lot of backlash. He's getting a lot of controversy over this. And that's it for our video today. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you later. Peace.